She said I won't be back in a while. Don't wait. Already packed her bags, called a cab, made space. And she said I won't answer if you call me when you're lonely. I guess I let her go. Never mind, it's too late. But I can't believe I let you slip. I think about it 7 days a week, and this just can't be how it's supposed to end up. It's not enough. And maybe time will make you fade, but I don't know if I'm ready to just let you go away like my friends think I should. Cause what if I just wanna be with you? I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. But honestly, I can't remember if you love me, or maybe I'm just feeling lonely, I don't know. Just let her go. She got herself a guy, and he's good, no he's great. Everything she wanted packed behind the pretty face. But I kinda hope he breaks her heart into little pieces and let me pick them all back up and put them back together. But I can't believe I let you slip. I think about it 7 days a week, and this just can't be how it's supposed to end up. Cause what if you should really be with me? I wonder what the hell you didn't see. But honestly, I can't remember if I loved you, but it feels like I did when I think about you now.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Lainey. Yes, I have been gone for a very long time, and it wasn't exactly intentional, but then it kind of became intentional, and then now we're headed towards the end of the year. I feel bad, and I want to update you guys on stuff. As you can see, I am not in my apartment. I'm not even in Iowa. I am in Folly Beach, South Carolina. This past weekend was YALLFest, which is one of my favorite book festivals that I tend to go to pretty much on and off every year since 2015. I love meeting up with friends. I love the food of Charleston. I love going to the different panels. I just really like the festival, and I think it's really great. Came down here with a bunch of friends from YouTube. We've been planning this now for like all year. We are here at our writing retreat, and we're gonna be here for the next 4 days. And I guess I should update you guys on what exactly I am working on. The last you heard of me, I was working on Hardly Gods, and I was feeling very bummed about the whole project as a whole. I felt like it wasn't really a project that reflected me and what I like to write, if that makes sense. And I felt like the relationship and everything that makes me excited to write was getting further and further away. So I actually started a new book, and it feels more like me. Like immediately when I started writing it, I'm like, this is the book I should have been writing. It is a fantasy romance. I'm writing it in the same vein as The Serpent Court, where it's crossover, so it could fit either in YA or adult. So I'm just kind of writing it the way I want to write it, and then I'm gonna let my agent decide what kind of she wants to do with it. And she's totally on board with this idea. We talked about it. She gave me a bunch of notes on my kind of outline slash vibes, because of course I'm a Libra, so I sent her aesthetics of what this project is, and I will show you guys aesthetics here and here, because there are two different warring vibes of this project, and I'm really excited for it. I'm 40,000 words into it. It's kind of a second chance romance. It's delving into another side of Catholicism that I find super interesting, and because of course you guys know The Serpent Court is heavily inspired by Catholicism, which was what I was raised as. So that deals with my fascination for all things aesthetic and the saints of Catholicism, as well as like the Pope and the Vatican City and everything like that. This one deals with a lot more of the darker things about Catholicism that I've been always interested in. So I'm excited that I was able to explore both of these aspects in my writing. My goal for the writing retreat is 5,000 words a day. Right now I'm gonna get a little bit more ready, take a shower, do all that kind of stuff, and then I'm gonna start writing. This house is massive, and of course I'm gonna show you guys everything. As you can see, I am in the bunk bedroom. I'm sleeping in a bunk bed, but it's like rich people bunk beds. There's like stairs to get up to the other two up above, and yeah, so it's fun. But I slept in this one. Oh, I didn't even mention who was here at the retreat. You guys know them. We got Laura from Laura 2.0, and we have Kevin from from Kevin Savoy, and Lindsay Puckett is here, and Lizelle Samberry. So that is our group. I think that's it. That's all I wanted to, oh, I am updating a lot on Instagram. There's that. But the only other thing major that's happened in the past few months is that I have a boyfriend. So, yeah, so I've been spending a lot of time over at his house and everything, and we're both big nerds, and we both get along really well, obviously. And next month will be our 6-month anniversary, so I can't believe that half the year I've spent with him. You'll probably see him in the vlogs, or you'll see me at his house a lot more now that I'm back into writing and giving you guys all the good vlogs. He has a precious little pup, so I started the year wanting to adopt a dog. That was like kind of like my goal in the beginning of the year, and then it's just kind of funny because then I met Jeff, and he had a dog, so I got both a dog and a boyfriend at the same time. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna get ready and I am going to start writing because I have a lot to do. Oh, I'll show you guys my my planner spread that I did for the writing retreat. I did something very specific for the week and to keep myself motivated, as well as getting those 5,000 words a day. I thought I'd do my quick update right here. It's getting a little dark. It's almost 5, and I've written 3,000 words so far for today. So I still need to write 2,000, and I'm actually going to go back into the back patio where I plan to write next to Lizelle, because she's in there right now, and try to get another 1,000 words in, and take another little break, and then do the final 1,000 words. What's helping me is that I am sprinting for all of my sprints. I do 10-minute sprints, which I used to not like, but has been really helpful recently with drafting, because I feel like I can get as much as I can done in those 10 minutes, and I can usually get 1,000 words within either 3 or 4 minute sprints doing 10 minutes each. So that makes me feel really focused. Tonight we are heading out into the hot tub that this place has, and we also have a fire pit out there, so we're gonna do some fire stuff, witchy things. You know, I'm with Lindsay, so you never know. I think we're having pizza later too. I'm just really excited to like hit my goal of 5,000 words today, because then I'll feel accomplished. I'm off to a good start for this writing retreat. Plus, the hot tub is, of course, my reward for getting 5,000 words. So I can't get in the hot tub until I have hit 5,000 words. Just so enjoying being with everybody. I know I didn't get a ton of B-roll today yet. It's still day 1. Kevin and I were out here earlier on the porch, and Laura was out here too, and then she went in, and then Kevin and I were watching surfers do the surfing thing. I don't know, it was just fun. It was nice to be with people. Kevin's actually the only one of this group that I have never met in real life, even though we've been talking forever. I know, I'm talking about you actually.
Oh really?
Yeah, about this is the first time we've actually met.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure somebody's out here so I'm not getting murdered.
I still believe the elevator is doing stuff when it shouldn't be. So yeah, it's just really nice to like see friends that you've been talking to now for years. I love writing retreats.
Hey, I heard you got a new best friend. Yeah, it hurts a bit, I won't pretend that it doesn't matter that you're with someone else. In a way, that's how it's supposed to be. If I'm unable to make you happy, then it's for the better that you are not with me. That's why I wrote you a letter, 'cause you see, I write so much better than I speak. And I need to tell you, you were my best friend till the end. I hope I'll be happy without you, but right now I don't know what to do. It's hard feel like it was long ago. We were head over heels.
This light is not kind. We just got back from the beach. I have 800 words left to write before I hit 5,000, which is awesome. I was gonna write up here, but I hear everybody talking downstairs and I feel left out. So I might actually go back downstairs to write, but I wanted to film this update today. The key was definitely to wake up early because I woke up at 10:30 yesterday, and today I woke up around 8. So definitely gonna do that again tomorrow, since tomorrow's our last full day here at the beach house. However, since I am still ahead, and we didn't stop writing last night till pretty late before we got in the hot tub, I think what I'm going to do is kind of keep writing, because the rest after I hit 5,000 today will be gravy. Tomorrow when I write the full 5,000 words, I would have written 15,000 words. And what has been really helping me are these sprints. I've been scheduling out the whole sprinting day, what I've been doing, how many words I've gotten every 10-minute sprint, and then I take breaks after I reach 1,000 words, or you know, the next 1,000 in the 5,000 increments. Also what's helping is going to different locations in the beach house. For every writing session, for every 1,000 words, I go to another spot. So that's been really helpful. Story-wise, I have finished Act 2. I'm starting Act 3. And one thing I don't think I mentioned before is that this book is actually under the 4-act structure, which I've never written in before, but it just felt correct when I was outlining. I'm like, yeah, this feels like a 4-act structure. But still, the big midpoint thing has happened. And now all of the repercussions of that I'm writing right now, and I'm really excited because the next scenes I'll be writing is the only one bed trope. I've actually never written a in one bed trope before. It also seems like perhaps this draft will finish between 60 and 70,000 words, which I want that really bad. That was the first draft of the Serpent Court, which I've said many times before. I think it was 61,000. I believe that was the first draft of the Serpent Court, but that allowed me to expand so much more, add so many more subplots while I was revising. I feel like this book also has that same, I know I'll be coming up with so many more things to add in once I go back to start revising it. It is the final full day of the writing retreat, and it's been a really slow and tiring start for me. So last night I ended up writing 5,500 words. I could have gone longer and done more because I really enjoy the scene that I'm writing. I'm doing the only one bed scene, and but then Lindsay wanted to go in the hot tub and I didn't want to miss out on any gossip, so hot tub it was. This morning I woke up at 7 and I wrote in bed. I wrote 600 words in bed, came downstairs, made a little breakfast, and wrote an additional 400 words to get that 1,000. I showered, I did my hair, came down with the expectation to start writing again, but I was really tired. So I think the full trip, because you know there was YALLFest first, I'm just tired. So I ended up taking a nap, woke up, came down, had some lunch, and now I'm ready to do some sprints, I think with Lizelle, Kevin, and Laura, unless they decide not to do sprints anymore. I also realized I never did a tour of the house. It's now been lived in. We have stuff all over the place. I didn't do any sprints today because the scene that I'm writing, the only one bed scene, and kind of everything that goes into that one, I wanted to take my time with it, and not that I'm rushing when I'm writing with sprints for 10 minutes, but I just wanted to take a moment and like really feel the emotions of the characters and everything that they've been through so far in the manuscript and what this kind of means for the relationship going forward. And I really like how it's turning out. It feels very sweet, and I like it. I feel like Act 3 is going to be rather short because I just don't know everything else I need to bulk it up with, at least right now. But I know Act 4, which is, I said I was doing the 4-act structure for this one because it just felt correct when I was plotting and outlining. I know kind of the final boss battle kind of scene. I know all of that, and slowly the plot points and the world building things I've introduced are like starting to come together. I know that Act 4 will be rushed and the ending will be rushed and everything, but again, these are things that you fix in revision. I'm excited to finish this draft. I think I can finish it by the end of the month, which feels really good because I plan to give it to my agent in the new year. So I am in the back patio. We've been writing a lot from here. It gives, you know, lots of natural light, and this has been a a really great place to write. And the marsh here is in the background. Haven't really been sitting outside back here, but have been in the hot tub and stuff like that. So, yep. And then we come into the kitchen over here, and the kitchen and one of the living rooms is in here. So we got the kitchen. Are you guys in the middle of a sprint?
That's the elevator. Oh, I heard that. And the light was on.
You saw the light finally? See, this is what I'm talking about. It was the ghost. This is the second living room. What?
Yeah, the button was on.
Did the light turn on up there? It was like the purple.
Button.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
See, someone's here. The ghost.
Someone's living in the elevator.
Glad I have this giant machete
The classic.
that I will stab you with.
Well, I'm glad that they have finally seen that on the final day when I saw it on night 1. Here is the front of the house with the nice ocean. Have been writing out here a lot in these little rocking chairs. We have surfers have been out there a whole lot. Lots of them are out there right now too. But yeah, really nice. It's it's chilly right now. I would probably put on a sweatshirt to come out here to write, but I'm gonna go in there and write with them in there. And then I'll show you guys upstairs. Here are the stairs. Here's Lazelle's room. Very big. And then you guys know I've been staying in the bunk bedroom. So yeah. Okay, I can hear Lindsay. He's in the shower. We have the Jack and Jill bathroom. Bathroom is nothing too exciting, but if she's in the shower, let me quickly show her and Kevin's room. That's been their room. And that concludes the house tour. It's gotta be 9 o'clock or something like that. I thought I should probably pack because I have stuff spread out everywhere and it's one less thing to do tomorrow when I wake up. Good news and bad news. Bad news is, I mean, the night's not over yet, but I doubt I'm gonna hit 5,000 words for the day. However, I'm really fine with that because I just kind of mostly finished outlining Act 3, which I hadn't really fully outlined. So I have a vague summary of Act 3 that I sent to my agent because when I sent her all of the things, what I was thinking about with this project and stuff, she wanted me to send her an outline. And of course my Act 1 outline was really detailed, but then I kind of gave her vague summaries of what was kind of happening in each following act. Act 3, without spoiling you, something big happens where the characters more or less kind of go on the run. At least for temporarily. I knew that the big bad of the book would be also revealed in Act 3. So knowing that, I had to fill it in with everything else. The only other thing I had, like, to describe was like a lot of romantic development would happen in this book for this relationship, this ship that has previous history together, right? Only one bed trope. I have finished writing. I finished that this morning, and good vibes. I really liked how I wrote it, and it's definitely one of the sweeter moments between the two characters, despite the fact that they do belong together. They both more or less really betrayed each other Each person thought the other betrayed them, kind of, or threw them under the bus, so to speak. Not so much miscommunication, but they just both feel very, there's just a lot of bad blood between them. Not so much enemies. They're not enemies to lovers or anything like that. It's just a past relationship that didn't work despite them leaving it knowing they both still loved each other. So what I did was that I did a little bit of a brain dump for Act 3, kind of going through my notebook and writing everything kind of down, things that I know I needed to answer, things that I was thinking, should I enter it here or should I answer this in Act 4? And then when I thought I had enough to go on, I flipped the page. I did this for the Serpent Court a lot, was that I pretty much made, I don't know, it's like a web diagram or something where I like wrote a scene and I circled it. Everyone that I was kind of seeing, like, you know, this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens, and also, like, not so much of a spoiler, but I wrote one that said sex scene, and I circled it because I know the sex scene is going to be in this act as well. Once I had all the bubbles all throughout the page, and also like the lead into Act 4, the final act, I had that down at the bottom of the page. I need to order those scenes now, because I'll put like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. Next to the circle so that I know what scene I'm supposed to be writing next. And I just finished doing that, and I feel really good. There's direction again in my drafting. Tomorrow, my flight is actually kind of late. It's at 6 p.m. I'm not super pumped about it. Whatever, what can I do? I'm going to be writing at the airport. So it's like, I didn't hit my word count goal, but also I would have been floundering if I would have continued writing. Because once I finished the scene, you know, the in the one bed scene and the day out and then the morning after of sharing a bed together, I didn't really know where to go next. I'm like, I'm not quite sure what the next scene needs to be. So the fact that I figured that out, I figured out the rest of Act 3, should hopefully mean that Act 3 is going to be a breeze. So one of the reasons why I kind of was keeping this this project quiet, I haven't mentioned it anywhere, even on Instagram, is that I've literally been writing every single book that I have ever written, every project that I've started and not finished, that hasn't been too many, I will admit, has all been documented here on my channel, right? That's why you guys watch me. Hopefully that's why you watch me. You're interested in what I'm writing and stuff. When I started brainstorming for this book, because I felt like Hardly Gods was getting farther and farther away from the kind of writer that I am and want to be, and what I want readers to expect from me, I thought, I think I just want to keep this idea to myself for a little bit. I kind of wanted to keep it to myself and just write it for me, because I do feel like, as much as I'm writing all these books for myself, obviously, I also was writing it for my audience, my YouTube viewers, the people that have been following me. You guys obviously mean so much to me, but I just have never written a book in solitary. I feel like I've always been writing it with you guys. Does that make sense? You know what? I'm gonna try to write this just on my own by myself, and we'll see how that feels. I was gonna wait until I actually finished the entire draft to address that on my channel, but since this writing retreat came up, still working on it, I feel like I'm in a good place to talk about this. That is that.